Alright, we're going to be making a one-piece knife sheath here today with our one-piece knife sheath kit with Tek-Lok. Comes with everything that you need. Comes with a hand setter. Of course, well, it doesn't come with a knife, but it comes with everything else. So we're going to start with our knife here. I'm going to go ahead and tape up the blade. This does a couple of things. One, it creates a little bit of space because you don't want the KYDEX pressing completely up against the blade, because you do want to have room to get it out. And the other thing that it does is it protects your fingers from getting cut on the sharp knife. So we want to get that on as smooth as we can onto the blade, and then we're going to cut off the excess because you don't want a bunch of that piled up inside of your sheath. So what we're working with here is you've just got the foam. We're assuming that you don't have a full press. In this case, we are heating with a t-shirt press, which you also may not have, but you can buy a cheap toaster oven somewhere and use that to heat the plastic too. You're going to heat it till it's nice and pliable. In this case, we're just working on a wood surface top, so we're going to have our one piece of foam there. We're going to fold our KYDEX over it. Then we're going to put our other piece of foam on it with some type of board. In this case, we've just got a piece of MDF. You could use plywood, you could use anything. And what you're doing is you're creating a makeshift press using your table and another piece of wood. Then you use DeWalt clamps. And you're going to squeeze it down. And you're going to wait for everything to cool off, maybe 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start marking a rough cutout. This isn't necessarily our final shape, but it's at least a rough version of it, so we can use our bandsaw to get rid of the large quantities of plastic that we don't need. And of course you can make it into whatever shape you want. And now we're marking our holes where we're going to put our eyelets. And that's also the number of eyelets that you use, the hole spacing. That is all completely up to you. We are merely showing you one way to do this. Now we're using a brad point drill here. We are using a drill press. If you don't have a drill press, that's okay. You can use a handheld drill. So now we've got our holes. We're using a razor knife here because these two sides of the plastic kind of stick together a little bit after they've been heated. You can use a screwdriver or whatever you want to pull those apart. Now we get the knife out so that we can get ready to cut our plastic. I'm going to go ahead and just clean up the holes here with a deburring tool. It just makes the hole smooth on both sides. Alright, so now we've got our sheath roughed out. Go over and we'll use our sander grinder. You can also do this by hand using sandpaper or sanding blocks. If you are using a sanding belt, make sure that you go easy because the plastic is soft, so it's going to be easy to take it down, and it's really easy to push a little bit too hard and all of a sudden you've taken too much plastic away. here we're using a hand setter to set our eyelets. And you can do that. You can use a hand setter. We also have a journeyman setter. It makes things go a little bit faster. And then, of course, we've got our Master Series. If you're going to be doing a lot of these, you probably want to get a Master Series press and setter, because it would make this fly by. With the Master Series, I could have set all these eyelets in about the time that I could have set one or maybe two with a hand setter. Now, if you look closely here, you're going to see that the eyelets are slightly different from one to the other. What we're showing you here is that you can roll those eyelets either on the anvil side. So in other words, these eyelets come pre-rolled on one side. So you can either put the unrolled side to the anvil, and that will give you one look when you roll it, or you can put it to the hammer side, and it will give you a different look. So when you do this, obviously you're gonna do it the same way on all of your eyelets, but what that's going to let you decide is, since the rolls are slightly different from the pre-machine roll and the one that you make, is which side of the sheet do you want the pre-machine roll to come out on. But as you can see, the way that we did it, you can see a difference in the way that those look. So again, when you do it, you're going to make sure that you roll them all the same way. Then we're just going to smooth it out. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and mount our Tek-Lok. And you can mount this to carry it horizontally or vertically. That is totally up to you. In this case, we set up to carry it vertically, but of course, to carry it horizontally, all you're going to do is turn that Tek-Lok 90 degrees and mount it via those top holes. And that's it. Made yourself a knife sheath. Thanks for watching.